Hello, welcome to episode 1 of the Jalyna Rose podcast. I'm Jalyna Rose, author of When It All Falls Down, available on Amazon Kindle, link in the description below. For the first episode, I thought I would talk about myself, my writing, and this podcast. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and thank you so much for listening in. Please feel free to leave topic suggestions in the comments. Due to my anxiety, I do tend to talk a little bit fast and get a little bit rambly, so I'm going to try to slow it down so that way everybody can hopefully hear and understand me. So I discuss writing and mental health on this channel because I am a sufferer of mental illness. If those topics are not the sort of thing that interest you, then this is not going to be the right channel for you. Okay, so a bit about me. Hello, my name is Jalyna Rose. I live in a small farm in Texas with my dad and brother. I released my first novel, When It All Falls Down, August 1st, 2020. I'll get into what I'm currently working on in a minute. But for now, I'm going to just ramble on about my writing journey and how I got started as a full-time writer. Working on and off between McDonald's and a small convenience store. Then sometime during the end of October in 2015, I quit to be a full-time freelance writer, which was better for me because I didn't have to deal with drama in the workplace and people telling me what to do, which I don't respond well to. As you can imagine, with my mental disability and all, having a job where there's a lot of stress and drama just doesn't mix. And I was feeling highly suicidal more than I am nowadays, just working from home. So I had to make a decision, and I decided the best thing I could do is quit and try freelance. And I still do freelancing to this day. However, I've seriously slowed down with it. I don't really like writing for other people. I'm the kind of person that needs to have total creative freedom, and with the types of clients I get, I just don't like dealing with people. I'm very introverted, very socially awkward, and I get stressed out very easily. So nowadays I'm doing a mixture of different things. I'm learning how to be a salesperson and dive into the world of entrepreneurship, which is something I've always wanted to do. I'm having a lot of starts and stops with it because of my mental illness. I'm struggling to not only keep up the motivation, but to do the simple task like getting out of bed, taking a shower, making dinner, just breathing, because my asthma is being greatly affected. I've already had multiple panic attacks this week, and it's not like there's a specific reason for the attacks. It's just the fact that I'm having hallucinations and paranoia. It's everything all at once. I'm schizophrenic with manic depression and anxiety, for those that don't know. I'm having a really difficult time where I'm finding life to be extremely overwhelming. I'm finding functioning to be harder and harder, but I just take it one day at a time, and I don't beat myself up if I can't write that day. If I need to take a month or two off from everything I do, I find that repetition helps me a lot, which is why I love to crochet or stitch, because the constant rhythms help me to relax. It really mellows me out. So I do take a few months to just do that, and when I'm feeling calmer or like I'm in my right mind, I go back to writing. I've never strayed from writing longer than 6 months. There was a time when I was working that I decided that I didn't want to be a writer anymore, so I quit writing and tried to think about what I was going to do with my life instead. I really love animals, so I thought I was going to become a vet assistant. Unfortunately, my luck is so bad that, of course, it never panned out. Everything that could go wrong, of course, went wrong. And I kept having all of these stories pop up in my mind, and I couldn't get away from putting pen to paper because I would be thinking about it or dreaming about it. I had these urges to write, and they would not go away. And I didn't really, at the time, I didn't really enjoy writing anymore. I had lost my passion for it because of my depression. So finally, I had to sit down and have an honest conversation with myself, and that sent me down this road of trying to rekindle my passions. I wrote an entire blog post about it, which did not sit well with some people, but it was something that I had to get out. And when I went back to writing, I hand wrote an entire novel. That novel was When It All Falls Down. Since I went through that whole journey, I knew that this was going to be the novel that I would publish, and I did. The performance of the book didn't go very well, and I kind of expected that because this is my first book, and the writing wasn't the best, the editing wasn't the best, and the formatting wasn't the best. So clearly the price reflects that, and it is what it is. With that being said, I wouldn't call my first work a failure. It was a journey and a learning experience. It taught me a lot. Clearly, I'm meant to be doing what I'm doing. But it's a difficult road, one that I still go back and forth with. But I've learned that as long as I'm writing, I'm okay. No matter how suicidal I get or how difficult life gets, as long as I am writing, I'm okay. If I stop, I have a breakdown and it gets ugly. Despite that, I do have to take multiple breaks throughout the year, so I could take breaks, I just can't quit. What am I working on now? I have 2 standalone novella series currently being written. They are both historical romance because I've been reading historical romance novels since I was 13, and so I write that now. Also, I like the genre. So anyway, series 1 is the Night Flame series. There's 12 books in that series. Series 2 is the Afternoon Delights series, and there is 8 books in that series. I'm hoping to get the Night Flame series completed by April 2021. If I do, then the books will not only be for individual sale, but they will be together in a box set. The next thing I'm working on is my second novel, Capturing Lady Cecilia, or maybe Hybrid Wars, or The Butterfly Queen, which is my next literary fiction piece, but I'm not sure. I know I'll be working on one of those. I have been going back and forth between them as far as just sitting down and actually picking just one to work on. I really can't decide because I'm in love with all of them. Hybrid Wars is my epic fantasy series. It didn't do very well in its beta reader phase, but I have a list of issues I need to fix with it. I'm hoping that if I can fix these issues, then maybe it will do well on the market. But because people didn't really like it, I might not publish it. It's not a terrible book. You can probably read a little bit on Wattpad. But it's just the fact that people have varying opinions on it. I've got a whole video on this channel where I talk about criticism. It's just one of those things where I have to make a very difficult decision that I'm not sure how to make, and even then there's no guarantee that the vast majority of people will enjoy the book. So this goes back to the age-old question, what if I write the book and it sucks? And this is a thing that never goes away, no matter what stage of the process you are in. So Hybrid Wars, it may not ever see the light of day beyond what's already on Wattpad, which is sad because I think it could have been a pretty good story. It's not like anyone is ever going to be able to write a book that is perfect and everyone loves, because it's just not a possible thing to do. And as far as originality goes, everything's pretty much been done. We're all just retelling the same stories over and over again. So there's that. I'm hoping to get literary representation this time around. I've chosen a literary agent to reach out to with a query letter. I'm hoping that my book will be accepted and that I'll finally have a literary agent, but I know my chances of that are extremely low, and I'm having issues about whether it's worth fully pursuing or not. I'm on the fence about taking all that time to write the novel, research the agent, research querying, writing the query letter, just going through that whole process just to be rejected in the end. That to me feels like a waste. And I know some people are just thrilled about rejections, they just love getting rejections, but I'm not one of those people. I guess I just don't see the point in the thing, and there are reasons why I would want to be traditionally published. I want that team aspect of it. However, I do like having the freedom to do what I would like to do with my work. With that said, the quality of the book would be far better, just because I would have that team and we could work together to make those tough decisions that, I'm currently struggling with now. And I don't know, I guess I'm just seriously overthinking this whole thing, but it is an important decision. So stay tuned, and I'll keep you posted about the release of all my books. We're going to talk about a lot of issues, and I'm going to try to be as consistent as possible with uploading. Things happen, and it is what it is. Okay, I think this is a good stopping place for this first episode. Thank you so much for listening, and if you like this first episode, please give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you think this channel is just a flaming pile of garbage, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!